All right, folks. Well, your boy is cleared for surgery. All right, so surgery number 14 is a go. I have a great heart. Thank you, heart. You've been by my side since day one. Now, that's down since day one. Everything looks healthy. Blood pressure. I don't have no diabetes or none of that stuff. No high blood pressure, no hypertension. That's good. Blood looks good. There's no sign of infection. I think I told you before, the cultures are not growing an infection. I mean, the most dangerous thing is coming into this hospital, right? Is going into the hospital and getting an infection. I don't take the flu shot. When I was young, I would miss a week of school or work every year. 1 week, 5 days, Monday through Friday usually, but sometimes different denominations of days. And ever since they came out with the flu shot, I have not gotten the flu one time. And so I don't take the flu shot. I never have taken it, and I probably will never take it. But they're pretty aggressive and assertive with this flu shot stuff. But I just feel like, I've had it. I've had probably every strain, unless there's some new strains, which there probably are. People in the medical field will probably disagree with me and think that I'm relying on voodoo to not catch the flu. But I've been around people with the flu. I don't try to actively catch it. I wash my hands. I've been a hand washer since before COVID. By the way, 80% of men don't wash their hands. So when I go in the bathroom, I've done some empirical research as far as being in the restroom and kind of seeing who, now in that 8 out of 10, some will rinse their hands without using any soap. Some will walk right by the sinks, come out of the stalls. I'm talking about from sit down to out the door. And so in my informal, qualitative research, it's about 80%, which is nasty as hell, right? Man, wash your hands, dude. Like, I've seen people wash their hands, go to the bathroom, piss, take out their phallus, hold their penis and piss, and then walk out of the place. And not that, it's a penis, it's skin, you hope that you clean that more than you wash your hands. But I just think that's nasty. I feel funny if I leave the bathroom without washing my hands. Even when I get up late at night, even though I don't always wash my hands at home after I use the restroom, it's a thing that when I'm walking by the sink, I am taking note that I am not washing my hands because I'm about to get back in bed, and that's the most important thing at that point. But 8 out of 10. So anyway, I digress. What made me think of that is because the doctor now just told me, you never know who you're going to be around. You never know if somebody's going to get sick and give you the flu, and they're predicting a double pandemic this year in 2020, which is going to happen because it's 2020. And so she's right. But also, I don't want to introduce this a foreign body into my body at the point where I don't have to. Now, let's say I do get the flu and it's bad. I know how to treat myself with the flu. I'm pretty good at breaking my fevers and trying to take in fluids and do what I can to work myself through the flu, because I want my body to work through the flu. And like I said, I'm not a medical doctor at all. I am a doctor, just not a medical doctor. But, I just don't. There's a few things, right? So there's the history of this country with immunizing people, Tuskegee experiment, anyone, that makes me afraid. And then just not knowing what they put in things and how safe things are. I know at some point, because I'm an educator, I'll probably have to take the COVID vaccine, but I want to be in the second or third group. I don't want to be part of that first group getting it, because especially now that we're rushing it. We're not following protocol because, we live in the best country and our president says everything is the best and it's the greatest and nothing is better than this and we're the fastest and all of that stuff. But that's bullshit. He's putting the 2 on the 10, but most people that like him, and I don't dislike him. I dislike him as the president. But on Apprentice, I think it was genius. I would love to go back to watching Celebrity Apprentice with Donald Trump on it. I miss it more than anything else. But I would rather not be dealing with it. So now that we're doing that and rushing and lying to each other, I'm just really adverse to taking anything. So I'd rather let my body fight. And if it can't, you know, let's pray for me, pray for each other, that our bodies can fight this stuff, that we are not dependent on stuff. You know, I worked in the prison system. I work in the prison system. It'll soon be worked. But I work in the prison system, and a friend of mine, Les, told me, you know, he took a picture of an officer feeding a deer, and we just had a conversation, and he did some classes at my prison about my prison. He did some classes at the prison that I used to work at, saying that, you know, that's making the deer dependent. And I know, Les, if you're seeing this, I'm butchering it, but it's making the deer dependent. And I think so. I think that's what happens. You know, you take the handout and it becomes easier to just keep coming and getting the handout instead of going and foraging and searching for your own food, which is what your purpose is. So that's what I think about these immunizations and stuff. Not that I wouldn't take immunizations, whooping cough, polio. I've had all my immunizations. My kids have had all their immunizations. Hopefully, you know, my daughter, we have to check because, you know, I don't know. We always question the motives and shit of the other parent. So I particularly do that. So I'm not sure if that's happening. But I think that we need to let our human bodies fight some stuff, you know, and there are things like this COVID thing, conspiracy theory alert, that I believe is new because it is something that we've introduced to this environment, man-made. I won't get into that. This is not the conspiracy theory blog, but that's coming. And so I think that we got to teach our bodies, human bodies, to fight this stuff and not depend on medicine or stuff, because look at the COVID. We don't have anything that fights it that we could just take right now that gets rid of it. So some of us are going to have to learn how to live with it. You know, some of us aren't going to make it through it. And then there's others of us that won't ever get it, but then we'll have it injected into us. And so, you know, I understand that we have to figure out ways to survive on this earth, but I really want my body, this vessel that I'm in, to do the work. And I see vaccinating ourselves for everything as weakening our vessel. This was not supposed to be about that. I'm supposed to be getting ready for surgery number 14. I'm very happy. I want to get it over with. It's not going to be easy, but I got you to be there with me. You know, tell your friends to come check me out. If you know somebody that's going through it, if you know somebody that's been walking around with a hurt knee for some years, let them see this. I don't want to deter anybody, but this is my experience. One doctor once told me that, you know, knee replacements are a simple process. It's only 1% that have the problem. I'm in the wrong fucking 1%. Right? And I wish I could. I win the negative lottery, right? Why can't I just win the positive lottery just to balance it out? I mean, come on, universe. I'm in the top 1% of people who get fucked up knees and can't walk for 10 years. So, you know, let me win the lottery, buy my house on a hill, my Ferrari, and travel the world and, you know, have a good life. So anyway, thank you again for watching. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you attending to my musings, and we'll come back and I'm going to catch us up with the surgeries. Now that we know surgery 14 is a go, it's not an amputation, which is how this started. Left-legged legend. Tell your friends about it. But the doctor said we can end it an amputation. It's not what I want anymore. I was asking for it, but now I don't want it. So let's see how it goes. And like I said, we'll catch up. I believe we're at surgery number 7, and we will continue this journey together. Thank you for watching.